welcome to the War Rogers News channel. Thank you for watching. Alright, today we're going to go ahead and commentate on the Sharpedo's Shark Attack Tournament. Boy, I get scared when I read that name. Alright, so this is an NU tournament, and we are going to film semi-finals match ZD Fire vs Blue Breath. So we'll be right back. Alright, we are at the first turn. Blue Breath vs ZD Fire. Alright. Let's start the fire with a flary Blue Breath. Alright. Man, I love making puns. Alright, so Blue Breath is going to protect the fearsome ball of ice. Alright. Poliwrath. Alright. So Glalie is going to switch into Poliwrath. Both ZD Fire and Blue Breath have Poliwrath. Now something tells me that Poliwrath is probably a setup Poliwrath. In other words, that his Poliwrath probably has sub-focus punch. Oh, it does have sub-focus punch, but maybe it has oh yeah, bulk up, because since it has a sub, and if it thinks that someone's going to switch, if ZD Fire thinks that Blue Breath is going to switch, he can just do a bulk up to increase the power of his focus punch. Alright, so Poliwag. Oh, what? Poliwrath, sorry. I was reading Blue Breath's Poliwrath. Sorry about that. Alright, so Poliwrath. One of these Poliwraths are going to switch. Probably Blue Breath's Poliwrath, but yeah, I kind of knew that Blue Breath was going to switch into Blossom, and then ZD Fire pops in a substitute. Poliwrath does try to do a Toxic, which fails, and Blossom, I think, is going to scare out Poliwrath, or he's just going to do the substitute. Yeah. I don't know why Poliwrath is doing the sub. I mean, it doesn't have a berry to boost or anything, so, you know, I don't think it should do repetitive substitutes. Alright, so Blossom is going to switch into Torkoal, which Torkoal is a firewall. Yes, it's a figurative, literal firewall. Yeah. If you see a turtle with a volcano as its shell, you know that there is some trouble coming. Alright. Now something tells me that this Torkoal is probably going to do a Toxic, assuming that the Glalie is going to switch. Or, alright, a Rapid Spin. But I'm thinking Toxic though, because Toxic can wane down health a little bit. Alright, so Torkoal doesn't want to do the Toxic right now. Alright. Sableye does try to do a knockoff. Knocks off Blue Breath's leftovers, which is going to be a little problem for Poliwrath. Poliwrath could do a waterfall, but since Poliwrath is poisoned, it's best to not let the poison gradually increase in damage. Alright, so Poliwrath is probably going to switch, or yeah, I knew somebody was going to do a Toxic, but I didn't know if Poliwrath wanted to kind of risk it because, you know, Poliwrath is going to, the poison's going to increase. Now I don't know what Blue Breath's plan is. Oh, he has Rest. Alright, I don't usually see that in a Poliwrath. I usually just see the typical sub-focus punch set. Alright, so Blue Breath's Poliwrath, yeah, I kind of knew that Poliwrath was going to switch. Alright, and Sableye is going to switch into Stantler. And the Intimidate is going to lower down the attack, which I don't know if that really matters for Blue Breath. I think what Blue Breath's going to try to do is try to Toxic the Stantler, or at least Toxic somebody. So Stantler's going to switch into Poliwrath in hopes that Glalie Toxics it, because, you know, Poliwrath has this neat ability. I think it's one of these. I think Poliwrath has one of these abilities. I'm not sure. I think Poliwrath gets guts, but I could be wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of Machamp. I know that Poliwrath gets Water Absorb, though. I know that. That's going to be a question that I'm going to let you all research. Does Poliwrath have the ability to get guts? Alright, so Stantler is going to intimidate the attack off of Bellossom. Had to think of the name for a minute. Alright. So Stantler, I'm thinking that it might go for a normal attack, either return or double edge. I mean, it could go for Mega Horn, but that's kind of guessing that Bellossom's going to stay around. Which I don't think Bellossom's going to stay around. I think that Bellossom's going to switch into Torkoal in hopes that Stantler does a physical attack. So that way, the Magma Armor can activate and burn the Stantler. That's what I think is going to happen. So Stantler is going to switch into Glalie. Let's see. Oh. Alright. Now at this point, Blue Breath could try to lay down spikes. I don't know what this Glalie has yet. Ooh, the Intimidate. Although I don't think it really affects Blue Breath's side as much because, you know, Glalie can do an Ice Beam. But if it's trying to go for mixed, like a crunch, then it's going to get a -1. The -1 attack from Intimidate is going to lower down the damage. Alright, so Glalie is probably, how do I say this? Yeah, I kind of knew Glalie would set up spikes. But at this point, though, I was kind of thinking, is Blue Breath going to sack his Glalie? If so, he'll let Stantler do the return, which I assume Stantler is probably a choice band. It didn't knock out, but yeah. So Poliwrath. I can see Poliwrath doing a Brick Break or Focus Punch. Here comes the sub, and then here comes the Focus Punch. I see it coming already. Toxic can work too, but you know, Focus Punch I think would work a lot better. Just what happens if Blue Breath has a Cleric? Alright, so Poliwrath's going to switch into Blossom. Blossom's going to be affected by the spikes, and the Giga Drain's not going to be very effective. Okay. So Blue Breath could switch into Glalie or into Torkoal if he worries about Blossom's Giga Drain. Oh, he also has Nino Queen. I haven't seen Nino. Well, actually, I've seen Nino Queen a few times, not really too often. Nino Queen's going to switch into Flower Power again, and Blossom's going to try to do a Giga Drain. ZD Fire is trying to pin Blue Breath here, and as you can tell, it's not working too well. That Sludge Bomb may kind of stun Blue Breath, but it won't really pin him down as far as the match is concerned. Blue Breath at the moment is trying to kind of take the blows from ZD Fire. And then once he takes the blows, I think Blue Breath is going to try to reorient himself in trying to from trying to take blows into trying to dish them out, or you know, or dish out the blows. Blossom missed on the Leech Seed. That's probably a very important thing about Blue Breath. But Blue Breath has also missed the Toxic. Now I don't know what this Torkoal has. It probably has either Flame Reel or Flamethrower. All right. Sorry about that, I'm kind of thinking here. What happens if Torkoal does try to land the Toxic? And then after that, Torkoal tries to switch. Or, if Blossom tries to dodge a Toxic from Blue Breath and switches. There's a Sludge Bomb. Now at this point, I don't know what ZD Fire is going to do. It's kind of foggy here. I don't know ZD Fire's playstyle. Alright, he's going to just stay in here. He really wants that Leech Seed, though. Like I said, he's trying to pin down Blue Breath. He's not trying to dodge blows here. He's just trying to go straight for the kill. And Blue Breath is trying to dodge ZD Fire at the moment. Alright, so Blue Breath is going to switch Nino Queen out and go into Bellossom. There's the Giga Drain. Alright. The Poison is gradually weighing down Blue Breath here. Blue Breath needs a Cleric. Does he have the Cleric? That's the million-dollar question for Blue Breath. Alright. So Blue Breath is going to try to get that stab. The critical does hit pretty hard. Bellossom just does the synthesis. You know? Ooh, nice. Poison. It's always nice to land a poison while you do a Sludge Bomb. It's really nice. Now, I don't know what moveset this Bellossom has. I'm not sure if it's Cleric or not. Bellossom is going to switch though, which probably means that it's not. I guess it's probably not a Cleric if it's switched out. Because if it was a Cleric, it would do a Aromathy and it would try to recover poison throughout, or basically should try to recover all the poison status from the party. Poison, paralysis, rest. Alright. So Nina Queen's gonna switch into Poliwrath again, and Glalie is going to do the Ice Beam. Alright. So Poliwrath could do a Brick Break, but that would be an enormous risk. Predicting that Glalie is going to just stay in and go into Bellossom. So Glalie is going to set up just spikes here. He's like, hey, Blue Breath is probably going to switch into either Glalie or Tarkle. Wow, ZD Fire is really trying to set up the. Oh no, wait, Blue Breath is trying to set up the spikes. It's kind of confusing if both people have Glalie. Wow. ZD Fire is trying to gain an edge in this match, and so is Blue Breath. You can kind of sense the tension here. Wow. That's Blue Breath's first knockout. Alright, so Torkoal's gonna try to come in and do some damage control here. There's the Rapid Spin, which will spin away the spikes. The Poison is trying to gradually progress. Glalie is probably going to switch into Poliwrath. Or at least something with Rapid Spin. Alright, so Nino Queen is here. Nino Queen is a unique Pokemon. It could do... I'm trying to think. about what move Nidoqueen normally uses. Yeah, it normally uses Sludge Bomb there because Stab. It tries to use Sludge Bomb and Earthquake. Usually Nidoqueens are mixed. Alright, so there's the Raichu. Raichu's probably a Surf, which is extremely concerning for Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen should switch into Bellossom because it's a win-win either way. Raichu can't do a Thunderbolt if you switch into a Poliwrath. And Raichu can't do a Surf because Bellossom is going to tank that. I mean, the only real downside is if Raichu has HP Ice. Ooh, that's not good. There we go. Now we know that Raichu has Surf. That's going to be a key factor here. That we all know that the Raichu has Surf. I'm not too sure what Blue Brett's last Pokemon is. The Pokemon that he's trying to hide. Argon. I'm going to predict an Earthquake. And I'm going to predict Raichu to switch into Bellossom. And the reason why I say Bellossom is because Bellossom can take most hits that Argon has. For instance, Bellossom can tank Argon's Stab Rock Slide, or can tank an Earthquake. It could wall an Iron Tail. Usually it walls. Bellossom usually walls physical attacks. So, you know, I think Bellossom would be an excellent Pokemon to put against an Argon. Alright, so Raichu's gonna get sacked. I'm seeing Bellossom already coming in. Yep. Like I said, but Bellossom is a really good matchup against Argon. Even though it may be neutral to Rock Slide, Bellossom can. What's about the doorbell ring? Hang on. Let's just commentate through these two Pokemon here. Stantler here. ZD doesn't look like he's in the best of shape. Here's how Blue Breath's basic battle analogy kind of helps him. First off, he plays defensively. He tries to take a lot of walls. And secondly, he toxics. He toxics the opposition. Hang on. Alright, I am back. Sorry about that, so someone came over, so we had to measure the sink in the house. Alright, so anyways, let's go and go back to the battle here. I'm sorry for the delay. So Muck is taken away from the match and goes directly into Claydol. This is toxic. Now I don't know what the first Pokemon is here. Could be numerous amount of possibilities. Also, I don't know what this Pokemon is either. Alright, so I'm going to try to commentate to the best of my ability here. Wow, both clay dolls have Ice Beam. Wow. Alright. Clay doll's going to switch. Oh. That's what the first Pokemon was. Now, I don't know what Frag's first poke was, but you all can probably check back in the battle logs. Or the tournament logs, sorry. Alright. So, Argon. Or not Argon, sorry, Absol. They're going to switch. They're going to go back and forth here. Alright, so Kecleon. I don't know what's going to happen with Kecleon. Kecleon's right now a water type. Now Kecleon's going to switch. Alright. Muck is going to do the Ice Punch. Muck wants to change the typing of Kecleon. As you can tell. Alright, so Poliwrath is going to do a Surf here. Muck is going to do a Thunder Punch. I don't know why, it seems almost like a lot of people in NU are carrying Poliwrath nowadays. Alright. Victory Bell. Interesting. Alright. So, Victory Bell. Alright. There's the Earthquake. Or the Ice Punch. Or yeah, there was an Earthquake. There was an Ice Punch. Sorry about that, I'm kind of contemplating about the match. There's a Gligar. Claydol could do an Ice Beam here. I see an Ice Beam coming. Alright. Yep, I knew that there was going to be an Ice Beam. Alright. Alright, so Claydol is going to switch into the lizard thing with the curly tail here. So Golduck is going to switch into Gligar. Kecleon into a Thunder Wave, which is not going to affect Gligar. Alright. Kecleon is forced to switch, which Gligar could do a Sword Stance here, if it wanted to. Or he can predict a Victory Bell, the Victory Bell, Poliwrath, especially Poliwrath. And he can just do Aerial Ace. Actually, I think Aerial Ace can hit everything pretty good. I wouldn't go for Earthquake personally, because I'm kind of fearful about Frag switching into Claydol. I think it's best for Manosea to Orsini or whatever to switch into. Oh, it's gonna do Sword Stance. I think it'd be best for him to do an Aerial Ace. That's what I meant to say. I didn't mean to say switch, but alright, so Glalie is probably gonna do, at this point, I don't think it would hurt to do an Aerial Ace, but you know, I think that I'm just gonna call him M. I think M is really concerned about losing a potential sweeper. So that's why he's protecting Glalie with all his might. Alright, so Kecleon. There we go. There's a Paralysis. It's going to be a slowdown here. Wow. So Frag's had the first knockout. No, Frag's could. Oh, he can use a Pursuit there. Probably a, yeah, it's probably a Banded Absol. Gligar could do a Sword Stance, but I really don't think that Absol wants to switch here. Alright. So Glalie could do a Sword Stance. Absol needs to switch into Claydol in order to scare out Gligar. There we go. And that's part of Frag's technique. He likes trying to fool players into thinking that something's going to happen, and then delay it 1 or 2 turns. And then once it does actually happen, you're not prepared for it. Frags is known for that. And actually a lot of competitive people are known for that, actually. It's basically catching you off guard. Ooh. This is excellent for Frags. If Golduck can stay frozen, then that would be a really good day for Frags. Let's see, is Golduck going to stay frozen? Yes. So that means that Poliwrath could do a substitute here. He can do a substitute, he can do a focus punch. Poliwrath is going to switch into Ninetales, which is an interesting choice. I don't know why Frags would pick Ninetales. Yeah, if I were Frags, I would switch out of Ninetales because I'm kind of fearing a Surf here. I think what Frags is trying to do is he's trying to scare out Golduck. But Golduck is going to stay there. He's going to stay there, and he's going to let Frags walk all over him with his Golduck, or with M's Golduck. Yep, Golduck is done. That's it. But there's still hope for M. I mean, M could do I was kind of thinking Blossom. And then, yeah, Poliwrath is probably going to switch into... Oh, Victory Bell. Alright. I was thinking more of Ninetales, but... Alright. So, I'm going to assume that Victory Bell could do a Sunny Day. There might be a Weather Ball. Muck is trying his best to pin down Victory Bell. And it's just a 2-hit KO, and the only problem is that at that range, I don't think Muck can make it. Which this leads only to 3 more options for M. Frags is in a really good position now. He has a lot of flexibility. M has to do a bit of some damage control here. Alright, Glalie, I do an Aerial Ace here. Ooh, that hurt. Whoa. Well, if the sunshine continues, it's GG. Actually, it's already GG. Even without the sunshine, Frags won. Because what Frags can do is he can do a Sludge Bomb, and then if Blossom just so happens to knock out Victory Bell, then Frags can always rely on his Ninetales to help him out. So yeah, Frags is covered on both fronts, and Frags is closing in for the finish. GG. Congratulations, Frags. And the finals match is going to be Blue Breath vs Frags. So we will be right back for this epic finals match. Stay tuned. Alright. Blue Breath vs Frags for the final match. Alright. It's going to be one epic match, folks. 2 epic names in the competitive atmosphere. Alright. I'm ready to dive into this battle and feel the intensity. Alright. Pinsir's going to switch into Poliwrath. Queen is going to also switch into Flower Power Jr. Wow. I cannot believe this is actually happening. Blue Breath and Frags sometimes make it in the finals match. And you might see a couple of tournaments where it's Blue Breath vs Frags, and you know, I can't believe I'm actually commentating on one of these Blue Breath vs Frags moment. Alright. Poliwrath is going to try to land a Toxic, predicting Nidoqueen to switch, but Nidoqueen does a Moonlight. This Nidoqueen is probably a stall queen. Alright. Poliwrath should be able to do a substitute here. Frags is predicting Blue Breath to do a Waterfall. Wow. Frags and Blue Breath, they've come up a long ways. Alright. Nidoqueen. Frags is trying to wall off Blue Breath's Toxic. Alright. There's Mischievous. Now for our Blue Breath, I would predict a block Parasong. Oh, Calm Mind. Nidoqueen has used Crunch. Mischievous is going to switch into Poliwrath. Nidoqueen might... Yeah, Nidoqueen might continue to use Crunch. Nidoqueen is going to switch into Poliwag. Poliwrath. Blue Breath, you're confusing me with your names on your Pokemon. All right, so sorry about that. So Poliwrath is going to switch into Scyther. Scyther could have a wing attack here. Ooh, Frags is trying to set up a Swords Dance here. Is this Scyther also a Swords Dancer? Let's find out. Scyther's going to go instantly for the wing attack. And now Scyther's going to switch out. Swords Dance. There could be an HP Fire. I don't know. There's the Rock Slide. Wow. Oh, wow. Bellossom was like, well, might as well set up the seeds just in case I do die, and, you know, I'm going to try to prevent myself from dying by switching out. I think Blue Breath is trying to prevent Pinsir from sweeping his team. Ooh, ouch. That does not look good for Pinsir. Pinsir could try to do another superpower in hopes that it knocks out Nidoqueen. But here's what I think is going to really happen. I think Frags is going to switch because of the poison progression and the Leech Seed. Alright, Nidoqueen is going to switch into... well... Flareon. Alright. Is it Psychic? Alright. I think this Flareon is a mixed Flareon. Alright. Nice. A Wish Flareon. I haven't seen a Wish for a Flareon before. It's going to be interesting to see how this one works. Alright, so Flareon is probably going to switch into... Nidoqueen's going to switch into... Misdrevious, and Flareon's going to switch into Poliwag. Or Poliwrath. Alright. Blue Breath and his confusing names for his comps. Okay, so Poliwrath is going to switch into Nidoqueen. Alright. I'm seeing a potential Shadow Ball here. Misdrevious is trying to set up, and now Misdrevious is +2 special attack and +2 special defense. While Nidoqueen is trying to recover here. Yikes. Nidoqueen, or sorry, Misdrevious should switch out because its defense is now -1. I mean, I don't know why Blue Breath went for Crunch there. I think what he could have gone for was an Earthquake, predicting Poliwrath, because you know, Frags, if there's a -1 defense, I don't think anyone wants to keep their Misdrevious in the battle scene. No matter how many Calm Minds are being set. Nidoqueen is a special defensive wall, so you know, I think that Nidoqueen should have done an Earthquake or something along those lines. All right, so Poliwrath is going to switch. Or Frags is Poliwrath is going to switch into Misdrevious. Alright, so Nidoqueen is right here, alright. There's the Heal Bell. Alright. Nidoqueen, I'm gonna do a Sludge Bomb here. I think yeah, Misdrevious is gonna switch. I think Blue Breath should recognize Frags' patterns And I think what he should do is do a crunch first turn, and then do a sludge bomb the second turn, predicting that Mischievous is going to switch out. So Nidoqueen is going to switch into Poliwrath, and then Frax's Poliwrath is going to do a Surf. And that won't really affect Poliwrath because of the Water Absorb. Blue Breath's Poliwrath is still asleep, so it can't really do anything. Now I don't know how many more turns the Blue Breath has for his Poliwrath to wake up. Alright, so what Frags is trying to do is he's trying to trick Blue Breath into switching. Here's my prediction. Blue Breath switches Nidoqueen, or just keeps his Nidoqueen there. Poliwrath does the Brick Break. The Poison, I'm not sure if Poison Point's going to activate. Nope, it didn't activate. Alright, so unfortunately for Blue Breath, Nidoqueen's going to be in grave danger. Oh, it kind of walled off that Surf there, but you know, I wouldn't rely on walling it once or twice. I think that that Blue Breath should try to not let his Nidoqueen be subjected to Surf. There's the leftovers. Alright, Poliwrath went to sleep. Poliwrath does another Toxic. Alright. There's a Toxic. And the Poison. All right. So Frags withdrew, went into Awe of She. There's Toxic. All right. Wow. This match is getting more and more intense as I look at it. Nobody knocked out yet, or no one went out, and that's pretty epic. I kind of knew the heal bell was coming. All right, so there's the leftovers. Frags withdrew Awe of She, automatically to Poliwrath. Nidoqueen does a Sludge Bomb. Alright. I'm kind of thinking of the general direction of this match. So, as we can tell in the previous matches, Frags likes to play opponents in his hands, basically, and he likes trying to fool his opponents. Like, people think that he's doing one thing when really he does it, or he doesn't. And Blue Breath, what he likes to do is he likes to be really defensive first, and then does full offensive. So you're seeing two different patterns and two epic patterns, and the result of this is a long match that's epic every single turn. Like I said, Blue Breath is trying to play really defensively. He's trying to play really defensively. Alright. There's a Thunderbolt. And the Wish. Alright. Man. I guess Frag kind of knew about the whole flamethrower thing. Could Flareon do a return or something along those lines? Well, if Flareon doesn't want to get poisoned or risk being poisoned, I wouldn't think so. Nidoqueen has really good coverage because any physical attack that hits Nidoqueen, well, any physically contacting attacks, can end up in a poison. Alright, this Pinsir here. Alright. So far, no one has been knocked out yet. That's how intense this match is. Pinsir's trying to knock out something. Alright. I'm going to say that there might be a double edge or a return. Just to knock out Flower Power. Ooh, Superpower. The first knockout in the 51st turn was Bellossom. Wow. And Pinsir's Life Ball. I think most of you all know that. Alright. So there's Skyther. Skyther tries to do a Pursuit, which does fatally knock out Pinsir. I think that's I was about to say Caesar. Skyther, I think, is Choice Banded. And I think Nidoqueen might come in because of the poison point. Or Poliwrath can be a good Pokemon too, because since Skyther is banded, he can't do a wing attack. Frags is still trying to think about what can counter Skyther. He can either, like I said, you can either pull in Nidoqueen or you can pull in Poliwrath. Either one of those two would be excellent. Nidoqueen. I kind of knew he would pull in Nidoqueen because of the poison point. Alright. So Nidoqueen switches, predicting the Poliwrath to come out. Blue Breath's Poliwrath is in deep trouble with the Toxic. Well, not really deep trouble, but in a little bit of trouble. Alright. Statistically, Frags has a heal bell, and Blue Breath doesn't have a heal bell, but you know what this reminds me of? I guess this would probably be the only time I ever bring up a real-world example. In the United States, there's an election with a U.S. election, Donald Trump vs. Hillary Clinton, and I look at these polls, and it's like, you know, Donald Trump wins this week, and Hillary Clinton wins the other week. This is what this match reminds me of. Like, you know, one turn, Blue Breath has an enormous advantage, and then the other turn, Frags has an enormous advantage. So yeah, that's what this battle kind of reminds me of. Yeah. All right, so Nino Queen. Is there all right? The Calm Mind. Let's go back to the Pokemon aspect of competitive play. All right. I think Nino Queen should be able to tank it. The critical though. Wow, Nino Queen really ate that critical though. No, I can't use it. No, for some reason. All right, so Shadow Ball. Nino Queen is trying to get that defense drop. That's what I'm guessing. All right. And Mischievous is trying to get Nino Queen's special defense to drop as well. Mischievous could just keep spamming Shadow Ball, which Mischievous can wall off a crunch. Mischievous is gonna have to switch at some point. Yeah, I kinda knew that Nino Queen would switch because of the special defense drop. Alright, and now we found out that Blue Breath was hiding in Argon the whole entire time. Yeah, that's not too good for Blue Breath. Argon should switch into I would say Oh. Mischievous switched into Poliwrath. And Argon switched into Nino Queen. Like, so this is a battle that's dancing back and forth. And it looks like that Frags is going to take this match while Blue Breath does something that we don't know about. If it looks like that Blue Breath is going to take this match, Frags has something waiting for him. It seems almost like Blue Breath and Frags are countering every move. Alright. Here's what I think Frags should do. He should keep Calm Minding. Actually, do 2 Calm Minds if you can get away with it. Or, yeah. Try to at least do 2 or 3 Calm Minds if you think you're safe. Queen's going to switch into Poliwrath, which Frags is probably going to do a Surf. Alright. Frags is switching into Ah of She. Wow. This match is dancing so much. Alright. So Misdreavus is going to try to do a Thunderbolt. It's not going to affect Nino Queen. All she's going to be withdrawn. And Poliwrath is going to take the place of Misdreavus. For now, anyways. Nino Queen tries to do a Crunch. Doesn't really work too well. And Blue Breath is going to switch out his Nino Queen into Poliwrath. If I were Frags, I would do Brick Break at this point. And I'm assuming that Frags is probably doing this just to be safe. I think Frags doesn't... I don't think he wants to be... doing a Surf and recovering Blue Breath's HP. So both Frags and Blue Breath are going to do Brick Break. Both Frags and Blue Breath are evenly matched. Can't believe it. Frags has a slight edge though, because he has a Heal Bell, but you know, Frags, I mean, he has a really good edge. And Blue Breath, he also has a good edge too. I kind of knew that this battle would be a big deal. I'm predicting a Calm Mind. Misdreavus should do a Calm Mind here. Misdreavus should do a second Calm Mind. Nino Queen needs... Misdreavus needs to stack up as many Calm Minds as possible. Because Nino Queen is going to be kind of a hard poke to take out because it has an enormous amount of special defense. But let's go ahead and look at Nino Queen's base stats just for perspective. Alright, so special defense is 85 out of 230, and defense is 87 out of 230 as well. So Nino Queen is a pretty bulky choice. I know the ground and poison typing is not the best typing in the world, but you know, but the defenses definitely make up for that weakness that Nino Queen has. Poliwrath is going to switch into Nino Queen. Alright. Now I see a... yeah, I really don't think that... how should I put this? That Misdreavus should start attacking yet. I think what Misdreavus should do is keep Calm Minding, because it needs to hit as hard as possible, and it can't do that with just one Calm Mind. But I can see where Frags is coming from. Frags doesn't want to risk a special defensive, or not special defensive, defensive drop from Crunch. the developer should change the description of Crunch. Alright, Skyther is going to go into Poliwrath. Frags is going to withdraw his Poliwrath and go straight into Nidoqueen. Alright. I see Frag switching his Nidoqueen into Mischievous. I don't know why Frags would want to keep his Nidoqueen there, other than the fact that Poliwrath has its eyes closed and it can't really do anything, so... Poliwrath could do... I guess the best Poliwrath can do is just wait till it wakes up. And I heavily doubt that this Poliwrath has Sleep Talk. Oh, Blue Breath reconnected. Alright. Wow. Poliwrath woke up and there's the Brick Break. Wow. Both Poliwraths have Toxic. Okay. Poliwrath is going to do... Oh, Toxic, alright. There's the Brick Break. Frags... I mean, he could go for, I'm going to predict that the Frags is going to predict that the Blue Breath is going to do a rest on Poliwrath at some point. And then he's going to just Calm Mind on Mischievous. Not too sure if this Flareon is HP Grass or not. Frags kind of wants to make sure here. So Flareon is going to do a Wish. Who is Blue Breath going to recover? That we don't know. So Nidoqueen is going to switch into Awe of She. And Flareon is going to switch into Poliwag, or Poliwrath. Now this would be Mischievous's perfect opportunity to do a Calm Mind. I think Frags should start piling up the Calm Minds. Because in order to hit Nidoqueen really hard, you have to be able to hit really hard with the Calm Mind. Poliwrath is going to switch into Nidoqueen. There we go. ×2 Calm Mind. It would be nice to do another Calm Mind, but I think at this point, Mischievous should do a Heal Bell, and then try to attack. Nidoqueen is probably going to do a Crunch. No defensive drop. Mischievous could. Why did Mischievous switch? I mean, he could have walled Nidoqueen, and he could have done a third Calm Mind so that he can hit really hard with that Shadow Ball. I don't understand why Frag switched instantly. I'm not sure why he was scared of Nidoqueen. Knight switches back into Mischievous. Mischievous is poisoned, and now Mischievous is forced in a situation where it's going to have to heal Bell. Blue Breath knows this, so he's probably going to do a crunch. Frags is trying to get Blue Breath to think that he's going to switch back and forth, or he's just trying to waste Queen's crunch PP. Poliwrath is going to do a surf. Alright. So far, it seems almost like Blue Breath counters everything Frags has, and Frags counters everything that Blue Breath has. So, both sides equally counter each other. And if both sides equally counter each other, that means that this match is going to take a really long time to conclude. Alright. Poliwrath going to come in. And Frags and Blue Breath have the same moveset. Well, almost the same moveset on Poliwrath, on both of their Poliwraths. So Frags is going to switch out his Poliwrath into Nino Queen. Frags is going to switch into Poliwrath. And there's the Earthquake. There's nothing really spectacular here. There's just a lot of counter after counter after counter after counter. Blue Breath and Frags are holding on as tightly as possible. And either Frags or Blue Breath, they really want to kind of force someone to let go and lose. And Frags, as you can kind of tell, he's being really, really careful. And so is Blue Breath. Both opponents are being really, really careful with their plays. Alright. There's the protection. And the Earthquake. Alright. Poison. Alright. Something tells me that this Poliwrath is probably trying to find a weak point in Nino Queen's defenses. And, you know, I'm going to say this. Frags and Blue Breath are equally matched, believe it or not. remember a story, really interesting story, that Frags, one of Frags' matches took about 3 hours to conclude. That was a lot of time. Now I don't know what the longest Frags match is, but I'm sure matches have ended for hours and hours on end. I think Blue Breath disconnected because those are a lot of seconds to think. Blue Breath has reconnected, which means he has a chance to do a move. Alright, so Poliwrath is fast asleep. There's the Flamethrower. Alright. Poliwrath should do Surf. Specifically for Mischievous. So knowing Mischievous is going to do a Heal Bell. Yep, Heal Bell. Ooh, or a Waterfall. I didn't know this Poliwrath is also mixed. Now, Mischievous could try to recover here. So she is going to be withdrawn, and it's going to go directly into Poliwrath. And Frags basically got free HP. Oh, I see what Frags is trying to do. He's trying to scare off Blue Breath's Poliwrath. Then Blue Breath pulls in a Scyther, which is very smart, by the way. Nidoqueen comes in, and this Scyther is probably a banded Scyther, but it's not going to hit Nidoqueen really hard. Alright, so Nidoqueen is going to switch into Mischievous. Alright. Leftovers. Alright. This is going to be a long-winded match. Now, Frags probably has Moonlight on that. Oh, nice! Nice Brick Break. Blue Breath now kind of understood Frags' basic pattern, which I think now Frags is going to have to readjust now, as far as his switch patterns are concerned. Wow. Something tells me that the Poliwrath is going to switch into Nidoqueen. Blue Breath and Frags, I mean, like I said, both of them are equally matched. I mean, I think both. I've never seen such a perfect match in my life on PokeMMO. I've never seen such a perfect match. I mean, the amount of difficulty here. I mean, look at this difficulty. Blue Breath and Frags really do give each other a run for each other's money. Both of them are scared at this point. Skyther's poisoned though, which could play a big role in the match. So Poliwrath, I think Blue Breath should do a Brick Break. He fell for it. He fell for it. Frags was like, I need that HP. I'm sorry. But wow, man, oh man. Poliwrath switched into no Queen. There's a Brick Break. Something tells me that Mischievous is going to try to do Leftovers Recovery. Frag just wanted that safe bit of HP. Frags wanted to be ensured that Poliwrath gets poisoned. Alright. Queen is probably going to switch to Poliwrath, which I think that Blue Breath should do a Brick Break. Ah, he fell for it again. Alright, Poliwrath is gonna go into Nino Queen. Here comes the Surf by Poliwrath. Wow, this is 138 turns. I'm gonna predict that we're gonna go over the we're gonna go over to 200 turns. I don't know. It's a wild prediction, but I can see it happen. Knowing Frags, that's how many turns it takes to conclude a match. 200 plus turns, especially if you've met your match. So Frags is going to withdraw and go into Mischievous. Queen could just go into a... yeah. Mischievous, I think, is going to do a constant dance. Yeah, I kind of knew that Mischievous would do a constant dance. Queen should do Earthquake here. Wonder what Argon's gonna do. Oh, double edge. That hit pretty hard. I'm not sure if that Argon's choice banded or not. I see a potential wing attack, which I see Frags switching. Well, I think... Oh yeah, Skyther wanted to do that for the scare. Alright. I see a potential waterfall. Yeah. Brick break. I don't think that's what Frags was expecting. But Frags can kind of wall it off pretty good. Frags is forced to go in constant defensive. And now we find out that Flareon has Heal Bell. Wow. At the 148th turn. Actually, I think it was 147th turn. We just found out something really big in this match. Flareon has Heal Bell. If Frags can somehow knock out Flareon, or if Blue Breath can somehow knock out Mischievous, then there'd be no Heal Bellers. Frags is like, I just want to spam Toxic here. But there's the waterfall. Alright. Queen's going to switch into Poliwrath. Wow. Frags and Blue Breath, like I said, they've met their match. Alright. So, there's Nino Queen. I kind of knew Blue Breath would go for rest. Sorry about that if you heard that. Yeah, I yawned. It's this match is pretty intense. You know, and it's so intense to the point where I'm yawning. Alright. There's the flamethrower. Now we know what everyone has. We know what Frags has. Ooh, Thunder Wave. I think Frags is going to go full force on his Kecleon now. Now I'm going to predict that Blue Breath is going to keep doing Double Edge. Then Frags is going to switch into Mischievous. Oh, I guess he's not going to keep doing Double Edge. He has to knock out Mischievous first. Once Mischievous gets knocked out, or if Flareon gets knocked out, then that could be one of the factors for victory. Frags is being really careful with his Mischievous because, you know, he wants to do leftover recoveries with his Mischievous. I'm seeing what he's doing. He's gradually switching into certain situations where any Pokemon cannot attack Mischievous, and then just kind of recovering slowly but surely. Other than all the Pokemon being revealed, I don't see any other major change in this match so far. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if we go over the 200 turns. Or battle turns. 200 battle turns. I would not be surprised. And Frag could be switching. We don't know. Or if he wants to, he could just do Surf. Although the Poliwrath though could try to absorb the Surf with the what am I talking about? Poliwrath was asleep this whole entire time. Alright. Blue Breath is like, alright, you know, I'm just going to prepare for Mischievous so that I can hit it as hard as possible. Poliwrath's like, alright, I'm just gonna switch back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Alright. There's the Earthquake. Poliwrath is going to be fast asleep here. Frag switches from a Poliwrath into the Awe of She. Frags loves catching people at certain situations that they can't do anything to Mischievous with. Let me guess, Sludge Bomb, right? Or that's even worse. Alright. As you can tell, Blue Breath is a little anxious to take down Mischievous. Flareon walled that pretty good, actually. Pretty well. Alright, so we know that Flareon has Wish, Protect, Heal Bell, and Flamethrower. So actually, those are all 4 moves. So yeah. Flareon is probably going to switch into... Oh, Nidoqueen. Now here's what Blue Breath should do. He should predict Mischievous to come out right away. And that's what he did. And now we're starting to see a little bit of some movement here. A little bit. Not too much, but just a little bit. Enough to put Blue Breath in damage control. Flinch. Now Blue Breath should... I think he should do a Brick Break, predicting a switch. Or he could continue to do Waterfall, predicting Mischievous. Hope he did Brick Break. He did Toxic, predicting a possible Mischievous. He didn't know though. Alright. Ooh. Alright, so there's the leftovers. Trying to think here. Wow, I cannot believe that Blue Breath and Frags are literally battling each other. So, I mean, Frags and Blue Breath are really holding on. I mean, they're holding on. Like I said, I think Blue Breath and Frags have met their match. I've never seen this happen before. Alright, just a head warning. 19 more turns till 200. Queen should switch into Poliwrath, I think. Blue Breath thinks so too, but, you know, Frags like, nope, I don't want to do that. I'm going to do Flamethrower instead. I don't know why Nidoqueen's doing Flamethrowers. Is Frags predicting Skyther for some reason? That's the only reason why I would see Nidoqueen doing Flamethrower. I mean, in this battle, anyways. Wow. So Skyther is going to be hurt by the poison. Alright. Flareon does the wish. Like I said, I'm seeing Mischievous gradually try to recover its HP. I think Frags is going to keep doing it until Mischievous recovers to full health, which is a pretty smart tactic. And not many people have the patience to do that. Which is why I commend Frags for actually doing that with Mischievous. Alright, guess what I found in NU? This thing. Shuckle. And this is why you should run it. Because as you can tell in this match, it looks pretty long. If you don't have knockoff on Shuckle at least, then, yeah, like I said, this match is going to last for a long time. Okay. About 3 more turns and we're gonna reach 200. We're gonna reach battle turn number 200. I don't think Mischievous is going to stay around. I think Mischievous is going to switch into probably Poliwrath, because Poliwrath can withstand a Rock Slide or an Iron Tail or almost everything. Not everything, but almost everything that Aggron can dish out. I'm seeing a potential rest in Poliwrath. But here's where Blue Breath's Iron Tail come in. Blue Breath doesn't have to switch. I mean, he could just to be safe, but he doesn't have to switch because he can just keep lowering and lowering and lowering and lowering and lowering down defense. Yeah, so something tells me that the Skyther is like, yeah, I know there's going to be a lot of switching, so I'm just going to do Pursuit. I think Blue Breath was predicting a Mischievous. Wow, Frags is like, he's right on the ball. He's like, you want to go into Eno Queen? Fine, I'll go into Electabuzz. Wow. By the way, we're over 200. I was right. This turn is not, sorry, this battle. Now I have a new number. I'm going to say that this battle is not going to conclude above plus 300. Sorry, it's not going to conclude until we reach about, I don't know, 300 turns. I know that's a big number, but knowing Frags and Blue Breath, and they met their match, I think that we're going to conclude this match plus 300 turns. I know it's early. It's 203 turns. Why am I saying that this is going to conclude above 300 turns? Like I said, knowing Frag's patterns in the past, Frags can do a match for about 3 hours. Or more. Let's just say Frags has an enormous amount of patience. And Blue Breath, to his credit, he has an amount of patience too, you know? I'm thinking that Frags is going to switch out his Kecleon into... Oh, a Poliwrath. Alright. Alright. Eno Queen is going to switch into Poliwrath. Alright. Frags is like, yeah, I wanna make sure that Blue Breath can't do anything, so that way I can have leftovers recovery. Oh wow, Thunderbolt. So Frags is gonna withdraw of She and go directly into Poliwrath. Aggron's going to do the Iron Tail, which didn't get the defense drop. Blue Breath is probably going to switch out. Now, if I were Blue Breath, I would just keep spamming Iron Tail until there's a defense drop. Alright. The Eye of the Tiger is coming into the match. Alright. Something tells me that Flareon is going to do a protect here. Alright. Polygraph is going to switch into Nino Queen. Alright. So I think Frax is going to switch out of She and go directly into Poliwrath. Yeah, I think Poliwrath would be plausible. Frax is like, come on, crunch me, come on, crunch me. Yep, I'm going to sense that Mischievous is going to keep switching and doing the leftover recovery tactic until it goes full health. Possibly Poliwrath, I'm seeing here. Seeing a switch into Poliwrath. I'm not too sure about you, but I'm seeing that Frax is going to switch directly into Poliwrath. So Frax withdrawn all of She goes directly into Poliwrath. Yep, I guessed it. Alright, so there's a Skyther. So Poliwrath's going to use Charm. Probably Nino Queen. Yep, Nino Queen. And then the Poison Point. Oh, I guess there is no Poison Point. I guess it is sometimes, not all the time. Alright, so Poliwrath comes in. Nino Queen can't even do a Toxic. So Nino Queen's like, all right, let me just spit out a flamethrower. I think Frax has trained his Nino Queen defensively. Blue Breath, I think he's trained his Nino Queen defensively, but not as a priority. be on the lookout for 300 turn, or for turn number 300. Sorry, battle turn number 300. Be on the lookout for that. All right. I think Blue Breath should switch out of his Scyther into Nino Queen. Or Poliwrath, but Nino Queen would be the... Oh. Yeah. Frags was predicting Nino Queen, so Frags already did the Earthquake in advance. Maybe this is just me, but it almost seems like that everyone has a healing move. Everybody. In Frags' team, in Blue Breath's team. Alright. I mean, let me tell you that the amount of manpower in this match is insane. All right. Here's the rest. There's the Flareon. Alright. Nino Queen being withdrawn, and Kecleon is gonna come in. Alright. 237 turns so far. Alright, I just want to say this in advance, and I think this might happen. I'm gonna have to get off in about not even 3, in approximately 2 hours. Actually 2 hours and 20 minutes to be exact. So I hate to make it kind of a cliffhanger, but if worst comes to worst, I'll have to take part 2 once I'm not busy. So So yeah. And I don't see this match ending anytime soon. I'm seeing a constant back and forth, back and forth. Alright, so Polyrath is gonna rest here. Alright, there's a Flareon. I'm seeing a potential Wish. And then a Heal Bell. Or just Wish Protect. Wow. Skyther has been badly poisoned. Alright. Skyther is going to switch into Nino Queen. Alright. Queen is switching into Polyrath. There's the Brick Break. All right. Make a safe assumption, and I'm going to assume that most of Frags' moves are PP maxed. I'm going to say that also Blue Breath has the same thing as well. I think Blue Breath's moves are also PP maxed as well. Otherwise, if this was a normal match, and there's like 250 something turns, I mean, something would run out of PP by now. Nino Queen's probably going to switch. And yeah, Frags is going to switch Eye of the Tiger out into Polyrath. And I kind of knew that Nino Queen would switch as well. But going directly into Flareon. Alright. I think Blue Breath is trying out Frags' trick as far as the leftovers recovery is concerned. Alright. Ah, there we go. there's the surf. Queen's probably going to switch into Poliwrath because of the water absorb. Frags withdraws his Poliwrath and goes directly into Nidoqueen. And now back to the Eye of the Tiger. Now we know that the Eye of the Tiger has Psychic, so and the finishing blow at turn number 262. Flareon has knocked out. There's some movement here. I still think that the battle is going to conclude in 300 plus turns. However, I do think that a conclusion is coming soon. Just stay tuned. Alright, so Nidoqueen is gonna come out. Oh man, Electabuzz is really doing some work on Blue Breath's team. Now, I think that Electabuzz is probably going to switch into Mischievous, probably because I'm predicting that there's a potential earthquake. All right, Blue Breath, I'm going to advise this. Oh, I was gonna advise you to stay in and just keep spamming Iron Tail. But I don't think that Blue Breath wants to risk that. Yeah, and Poliwrath also has Brick Break, so that's, yeah, I guess Blue Breath is right about that. Alright, so there's a Toxic, which Kecleon is also poisoned as well, but Mischievous is the one that has the Heal Bell. Alright. FE3C. Alright. So Kecleon's going to be withdrawn and it's going to go directly into Poliwrath. I kind of have an idea though. You know who would counter all three of them? Looking at the team, if only Mischievous had +2 or +3 Calm Mind, I mean, it could do a significant amount of damage to Aggron and Thunderbolt. I mean, with the Thunderbolt, and then, you know, Mischievous can also do Shadow Ball on both Poliwrath and Scyther. But wow, there's a significant amount of movement here, and I think Blue Breath is taking a lot of damage control. Alright. Kecleon is going to switch into the Eye of the Tiger. Sorry about that squeaking. There's something going on out there. Alright, so the Thunderbolt. Ouch! Whoa! The waterfall. I think the static is going to hit Poliwrath. Wow. At this point, Poliwrath... Blue Breath's Poliwrath has seen better days at this point. Alright. Now we're starting to see a bit of some movement here. But we have a more generalized picture now. Now I'm going to predict that Frax is going to win this match. Due to the flexibility that Frax has, he can be able to utilize it and take advantage of it. So Skyther's going to keep spamming the whole wing attack thing, and then, you know, Nino Queen's going to come in. Nino Queen is probably going to do a flamethrower here. All right. $278 turns. Now, I was wrong about the plus 300 turns. This match is concluded. GG. Frax has won this match. 4 times weakness, critical hit. GG. 278 turns. Wow. GG. Alright. And that's going to be it. Alright, well, this is the Roy Rogers News Channel. Don't forget to comment or subscribe to my channel, like or dislike the content that you see here. And this is the Roy Rogers News Channel, signing off. And hello, Jerry Zoo. I saw you come up. Or your name, anyways. Roy Rogers News Channel, signing off.